Yeah, first I told them in the locker room I'm as proud to walk out of here with them as I was to walk in here with them, and they fought for 60 minutes, and I mean, you look at the first downs and the stats and everything, and the game should have been closer, and we just made way too many mistakes, and whether it was a drop ball here or a turnover here or holding call on that drive that would have cut it to one score. Um, we just to beat a team that is as talented as Ole Miss is, you can't make those mistakes, and we certainly made some. I probably should have run the ball more in the first half because we really struggled to protect those Malik against those defensive ends. But just again, proud of our fight, proud of just really proud of our kids. And 10 straight weeks plus fall camp is a long time to play this game without a break, and they gave us everything we had today, and I'm proud of them. Love being their coach. I just also love playing here today. It was fun, and just wish we'd have got one more in and made it really interesting there at the end. But congratulations to Ole Miss. Matt Corral is one heck of a player. Those receivers are really good, and running backs, and they have a really good system. So congratulations to them, but really proud to walk out of here with our guys.
Defensively, outside of the explosive plays, I feel like you played pretty well.
But you can't give that many explosive plays that we did, in particular the first half. And Ole Miss is very good at that. They've got to be one of the top in the nation at creating those, and we knew that coming in, and we just didn't. We allowed them to have too many that created scoring opportunities, and that was probably the difference in the first half. Second half, I thought we played a little better. Still gave them some explosives, but kept them out of the end zone. Which is, if we could have done that the first half, I think it'd been a really interesting ball game. But and we didn't, and so we'll go back to the mountain and get rest and hopefully healed up and get ready for two very difficult home games.
And last one from me, just with Malik going down 7 times in the first half, only 2 times in the second half. Do you feel like that the offensive line was able to shore some things up there, particularly with that, and then also running the ball so well?
Yeah, I don't know that we shored things up. We changed up our slide a little bit. That helped us some, but most of all, we ran the football and didn't put him in too many. We kept in situations where usually we're 3rd and 4 or so, and where we've, I think, proven that we're willing to run it in those, and they can't just tee off or bring pressure.
Bill.
At this time, we'll open it up to the media. Maybe we'll start with Damian Sordelette from the News in Advance. Go ahead, Damian.
Hey, Hugh, you look there in the first half, and those sacks and the turnovers really derailed some drives. And when you go back and watch this film, how much are you going to have those be teachable moments because of giving up those scoring opportunities against a Power 5 team on their home field?
Yeah, I'm gonna be sick. I can tell you now, watching the film, whether it's a missed field goal or something that killed a drive or a turnover, and I'm going to be sick. If we come in the half getting possession, down 2 scores or you feel a little better, but we didn't play well enough in the first half.
Go over to Parrish Alford. Go ahead, Parrish.
I think he's muted. I can't hear him.
I think you're muted, Parrish.
There we go. Hugh, good to see you.
You too, Parrish.
A lot of talk about the quarterbacks in this game, the matchup between those two coming in. They both shined in different ways at different times. What did you see among the play in both of those guys?
Truthfully, Matt Corral is really special, but he seldom was under any pressure, and I think our guy throws it really well too when he's not. And he had so much pressure on him that it was very difficult probably to see his true ability in throwing the football. But man, I'm so proud of Malik, the way he fought and battled, and man, he got hit, and just kept fighting. But man, Matt's pretty special for sure. He throws a very accurate ball and is poised and knows when to kill a play and use his legs. He's pretty. I was as impressed with him live as I had been on film.
Thank you.
Go over to Damian Sordelet again. Go ahead, Damian.
Muted.
I think you're muted, Damian.
Sorry about that. You talked about how special this was for you to come back home, and what was that like, being able to see so many people before the game and all that stuff, and at the bus, and just be able to savor this moment, even in a loss, just to savor returning home?
Just first, I want to say to the Ole Miss people, thank you for your kindness to me and my family. I just, it couldn't have gone any better from that regard. Obviously, I don't like losing and wish we'd have had a chance to win that in the end. But as far as the reception from the Ole Miss people last night at the hotel in Tupelo, or when we arrived, or after the game, or when we're walking to halftime, I thought they were just incredibly kind, and that is a huge. It's an answered prayer for Jill and I. So I'm thankful.
Go over to Ed Lean at this time. Go ahead, Ed.
Hugh, the sacks in the first and in the second half, giving up 9. How much of that was schematic and things that you guys didn't do? How much of that is just the talent that Lane and his staff at Ole Miss have?
Yeah, B. Totally. I mean, you can only protect so many different ways, but somebody's going to be in a one-on-one. Unless you just want to leave 8 people in and only send 2 out, then we probably could sure it up some, but it's probably hard to get people open. And we just lost a bunch of one-on-ones in the first half, and they brought pressure. We were in some 3rd and longs, and they brought pressure, so that was I think it definitely schematically. I don't know that we can. Trust me, we've looked at every pass protection there is, and if you're wanting to get some receivers out, I just don't know. I don't know any more you can develop. You've got to, obviously win in some one-on-one situations at times. And another thing is we didn't win some of those 50-50 balls that we usually do, and we had several, and we just didn't win any of those 50-50 balls. And then the drop at the end or whatever, the overturn, I didn't see it. I don't know. I have to watch on film, but thought we had it down there close to another score, and that one got overturned and dropped a critical 3rd down, wide open slant. And, all of those plays you can't beat, a top 20 team when you don't make those. And we certainly didn't protect well in some of those one-on-one battles.
We'll go back to Parrish Alford. Go ahead, Parrish. I think you're muted still, Parrish.
Do not have a question. I'm taking
Okay.
my hand down. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
done. Thank you.
Okay. We'll go over to Christian Shields. Go ahead, Christian.
Awesome, thank you. I know this is probably the toughest level of competition that the team has had to face this season so far. How are you able to build off of this level of competition going into the end of the season?
I hope so. We'll look at the film, and certainly there'll be things that we have to try to improve on, because we're playing 2 really talented teams to end the season. We're through with road games. We have to go back to the mountain, and that's a special place for us to play. And so I think we can build on it, and hopefully we can get everybody healthy for the last 2 games and close out the season with maybe a couple more wins.
Go over to John Manson with the Sea Red. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Coach, you obviously don't like to lose, but your team was able to compete. You talk a lot about being able to compete each and every week. Is that being a goal of yours? Are you proud of your team, the way they responded after halftime to, beat an SEC team in the second half, 14-3 on the road?
I mean, we're not into moral victories or anything, but I do think that, I've always said when I got here that our goal every year is to compete on Saturdays and put ourselves in a position to take our university and our players to bowl games. And when you're independent, you get a few different types of schedules. This has been a very difficult schedule for us. And I think our kids have competed, and they certainly did today. And like I told them in the locker room, I'm as proud to walk out of the stadium with them today as I was when I walked in. And so, wish we'd have played better in the first half, and wish I'd have coached better in the first half. And I think I just would have loved to have gotten that thing to one score and let our kids have a chance there at the end.
We've got time for one more. Go ahead, Damian.
Hugh, wanted to ask you about the red zone defense for your guys. Besides, the shot play against D-Lo on the back-to-back where they scored the touchdown, the defense held them to field goals, got some fourth down stops. Do you think that unit is starting to turn the corner against a really good offense there with the way they played?
Honestly, I don't think that they're having to turn a corner. I think they've played pretty well all year. And defensively, you look at the stats outside of a few, games, I think they've played really solid. And did they give up too many explosive plays today? Yes, but a lot of other great teams in this conference have given them up to those guys. And we knew we were going to have to be really good in the red zone and hopefully hold them to a few field goals. We did that. We needed to do that in the first half and hold them to about 14 or 17 in the first half. And obviously, we should have got a few points in the first half that would have helped make a difference too, and we didn't. So I'm proud of these kids, proud of the fight, proud of our coaches, our administration. I'm at a great university with great people, and just like I said, wish we could have found a way to get that thing close. And the truth of our team this year is when we've not turned it over, we've won. And when we turn it over, we usually lose, and give credit to Ole Miss for causing those turnovers.